What's going on, guys? So I'm almost ready for bed. It's like 11 o'clock. Anyway, I think I'm going to post this tomorrow morning. But anyway, I'm going to talk to you guys about my perfect physique, my goal. And a lot of people tell me all the time, I want bigger arms, I want bigger chest, I want bigger legs, whatever. But, and people are pretty good about setting smart goals. Smart, like SMART, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. Those are, wow, can't even talk. But yeah, so those are what's supposed to go into it. So people are pretty good at that, and people understand that for other things, like um, when they want to buy a house, when they want to buy a car, when they want to. A lot of times when it comes to buying stuff or other sports, like they have a goal, like I want to swim my 50 freestyle in 24 seconds. Okay, that's measurable, specific. It covers everything. Then people come into bodybuilding, and even with strength, people kind of have it. People are like, I want to bench press 400 pounds. Well, okay, that's a good start, but how about I want to bench press 400 pounds by this date? And I'm going to measure it because I'm going to see what my max is every 2 weeks. But then it comes to the physique, and people get all weird because people like don't know how to measure things. I guess I don't really understand why it's any different. Maybe because it takes more time, but let's be honest, any sport, it takes time. And yeah, your goals are not, you're not always going to meet your goals when you want them to be met by, but you at least have to have it, and you have to believe that you're capable of doing it. So if I just say I want bigger arms, first of all, that doesn't really mean a whole lot. Every guy I've talked to wants bigger arms. What do you actually want though? I want bigger legs, you want bigger chest. Well, but what do you actually want? So I have a vision of what my perfect physique is, and I know the measurements. I know how I would look, or I have a decent idea. I understand what proportions I want, why I want my body the way that my goal is. That I have this picture in my head of where I want to be, and I want to be there in 2 years. That's my goal. I want to be there by the time I'm 22 years old. So, or sorry, 23 years old, right before I'm 22, like the summer before I turn 23. Wow. That's my goal. So my goal is to have 28-inch. Sorry. Oh my goodness, I'm losing my mind. Okay, so let's start at the calves. Goal is to have 18-inch calves that are currently at about 16 and a half inches. Actually, yeah, something like that. Quads, which are currently about 24 and a half inches. I want to have about 26-inch quads. I don't really want massive legs. I want decent sized legs, but I don't want to have 28-inch legs. It's not real. It's not practical. And other people are going to say, well, your legs are going to look small. Well, this is what I want. This is the body that I want. It doesn't matter what anyone else says. There's guys out there that want 20-inch arms and have no chest. If you're happy looking in the mirror and you're confident about who you are, then it doesn't really matter. So, goal 26-inch legs. Under a 32-inch waist. 31-inch waist would be ideal. I think I can keep that. That's the plan. And now moving up, chest. It's currently my waist is currently between 30 and 33 inches, depending on the day. When I'm contest condition, it's 28. So it's just my waist. It's all going to depend on how lean I am. So 31-inch waist. I'm just going to go with that. So my chest is currently about 46 inches, and I want a 52-inch chest. That is my goal. That's my goal for forever, ever since I really started lifting. And it's getting there. It's going to take a long time, but that's the plan. 52-inch chest. I want 62-inch shoulders, so 10 inches wider. Biceps that are currently about 16 and 3/4. I want 18 and a half inch arms. That is the goal, and I want them to be proportionate. So when I see my arm, so this is where this is where things go weird, because people can understand the measurements. So you guys all got that, but it's how I want the measurements to look as well. And I have this image in my head about every muscle being perfectly proportionate. So every head in the shoulder being the same size, and my bicep line, my triceps right now are weak. I want them to come out and horseshoe in And like, I have an image of exactly what I want, the body I want, and I know when I want to get there by. And I have all these short-term goals in between. So like, for instance, right now I'm doing the road 18-inch arms, but I said at the end of 6 weeks I want 17 inches and a quarter. That's the goal. So I have a goal and I have a plan on how I'm going to get there, and I have a time-oriented goal. So it's not I want 17-inch arms, because if I say that, I mean I want it in 2 years. That's not what I want. So that's my perfect physique, in my opinion. And when I go back to the 52-inch chest, well, it's not just my chest, it's also my back, it's my rear delts, a little bit of traps. Like, you have to have an image of exactly what you want. Same way that the best athletes in the world, if you go let's take an individual sport, let's take something that's really easy. Let's take swimming. If you ask an Olympic swimmer what their goal is for an event, they will tell you, I want, let's say it's, I don't really know the times that well because I've been out of it for a while. Okay, actually, I'm going to go with rowing. For a 2K. That's the basic test, if you guys understand it. So 2K, let's say their goal is to break 6 minutes, which is world class. Their goal is to break 6 minutes. They want a 5:57. They have the number in their head. They've seen themselves do that test hundreds and hundreds of times. They already know how they're going to do it a year before they ever pull it. The same way that I know how I want my body to look years before I actually am ever going to get there. Because you need that image to keep yourself motivated, to keep yourself going every single day. If you just go to the gym every day and say, I want to get better, I want to get better, I want to get better, that's great. And you will get results, but you'll have better results if you have specific goals and you have a real plan on how to get there versus all this bullshit. I go to the gym every day, I eat half decent, whatever, which is great. And yes, you will get results. It's better than doing nothing. Then I have all these guys come to me and say, oh, I don't know why I can't have a good physique. I don't know why. It's like, well, what do you want? They're just like, oh, well, I want to be leaner. Or I want to be bigger. It's like, that's great. That's a good start. But do you understand what you really want? Or you're just trying to put the work in and kind of just see what happens. And I mean, when you start, yeah, you're probably just going to put some work in and see what happens. But then hopefully you form an image of what you want. The long-term goal. It's kind of like you move out. Or let's say you're going through school and you get a job, and hopefully at some point, or you start your own business, whatever, hopefully at the point you realize and you have an image of where you want to be. And for everybody that's going to be different. Some people want to make $1 billion. Some people just want enough to get by. And it all depends on who you are and your personality. So for me, for instance, I don't want to be a 300-pound bodybuilder. I've never wanted to be that. I don't want to be 260 pounds. I really don't. My goal is to be about 218 pounds, shredded, and have those measurements. That is my goal. And I can see it in my head, and I know how I'm going to do it. So that is my perfect physique. And people ask me, like, how did you come up with it? It wasn't something I really came up with. It's something I think about every single day. Every single day I go into the gym, I'm working towards that. Every time I measure my arms, every time I measure my quads, every time I cut, every time I bulk, every time I do anything, it's to get towards that goal. Same way if somebody has a goal to buy their dream house. Every hour they spend every day working their ass off, putting in the time, putting in hours and hours that seem like they're going nowhere. They have that vision in their head that keeps them going, keeps them pushing. And that's what separates the average person from somebody that's going to be successful in life, is that drive, that determination, and understanding where you really want to be. And you don't have to know where you want to be right now, but at some point you have to form that goal. And yes, there are the odd people that will never really form a real goal and they'll get results, but you can get better results if you have a plan. I promise you will get better results if you have a plan. So if you're somebody that's going to the gym and you look at me, look at anybody and say, and your goal right now is I want to be better, I want to look better, sit down for a second, take out a tape measure, take out a scale, and understand where you are right now in this very second, today. Where am I really starting? Not where you think you're starting, not where your buddy thinks you're starting. Where are you really starting? Take out a measuring tape. You don't have to tell anyone. It doesn't have to be public. This is for your own knowledge. This is for your own well-being. Be honest with yourself. Make yourself look as worst as you possibly can, and stand in front of the mirror and look at yourself in your most vulnerable position, whatever the hell that is. Like, for instance, like if I take my shirt off and I kind of bend forward and I'm like this. You guys never see me do that. Not really. I think I might have done it once on camera. You guys probably go find the video somewhere. But look in the mirror and see if you are happy with the way that you look. That's what I do every single morning. And I'm still not. I'm not where I want to be yet. When I take my shirt off and I'm flat and I'm not pumped, I'm not happy with the way I look. That's what motivates me to go work out. That's what motivates me to do everything every single day, because my physique is an enormous goal in my life. So, and yes, other things in your life matter as well, but this is just purely about my physique. So that's what drives me. So look at where you really are and look at where you really want to be, and understand how much work it's going to take. Understand it's not going to happen overnight. Understand that it's not going to happen necessarily 1 year, 2 years. Be honest with yourself. Set realistic short-term goals and your long-term goal, and really focus on it and look at it every single day. And I promise you'll get results. So anyway, that's my goal. That's my perfect physique. And that's what motivates me to get there. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I appreciate all the support, and I will talk to you guys soon.